This is Moirai for Steam. This game is absolutely free, so if you want to play it, you should go do that right now as long as you have a Steam account. I urge you to do so because this game is very short and very easily spoiled, so if you don't want to be spoiled on it, don't watch this video. Anyway, though, we start off in this quaint little village. Alright, well, some random person, are gonna visit Julia, and we are surrounded by village people. Not the band Village People, just these people who are kinda staring at us. Guys, you're making me a little bit nervous there. I mean, come on. Just personal space. I'm too scared to enter. Could you hide me behind your text box, sir? I'm feeling mighty safe there. Alright, well, I know we were told to go to Julia's house, but let's just enter everyone's house. Alright, I guess I could do that. I mean, we should comfort this Julia person. I don't even know if we know her personally. Doesn't really seem like we're a citizen here. I don't know, everyone seems kind of unfamiliar, but hey, maybe that's just me. Alright, that's enough messing around. Let's go visit Julia. She doesn't seem to be home. Good question. Well, if they're not here, guess we should go out of town then. She must have left, which I'm surprised, standing around in this small village, that none of these people noticed that. They just keep staring, they never stop. Oh, thank you, farm. Oh my goodness, yes. Hello, sheep. Bah, indeed. What about you? Oh my god, they have their own individual bahs! Ah! Yes, I have to talk to every sheep here. This is part of the atmosphere. Did you feel like there was something ominous in the town? Something not quite right there? Don't worry. Let all your fears melt away with these sheep. Good old stuttery sheep. Our repeat voice clips, which is a little bit disappointing. Should have voice sampled some more sheep. That one's my favorite. Alright, so, Julia, are you in the barn? Try as we might, we can't open that door. Well, there is one other place she could be. Did hear about the mines. Or this cave. Same thing, really. Alright, well, I guess I'll take this. Can't take that axe, though. That belongs to someone else. Can't just pick that up. How's it going, buddy? You, oh, you're sitting around handing out knives. Well, let's hope he's not right about needing this thing. After all, we're just one person alone in these caves. The lumberjack already feels like he's so far behind us, and oh dear. Well, we might want to look out now. We were told that there might be a little boy behind us. Not of the living, of course. We'd hear him if he were alive. Ghosts are pretty quiet. Honestly, it's very nice of them. They don't make much noise. They're very polite, ghosts. Until, you know, they fly into a murderous rage. Which doesn't happen as much as you might think. Oh. What's this about? Somebody was here for a lot of seconds. Okay, give me a break. I've made so many lines, just let me stop. Dylan ominous Shadyman I'm not even going to pronounce that. That is indeed quite eerie. The unpronounceable fancy name. Who around here could have a name that fancy? It's a small village. I don't think there's anyone rich enough to have that many names. Well, let's see if we can find anything else in the cavern. Oh, hello. Thought we were alone in here. I think this is good. Oh. Okay. Alright, he's just repeating what the guy at the entrance said. Alright, well, I'm sorry, but in self-defense I am going to have to kill you. Okay. We're blameless in this, right? I mean, come on. He just admitted to murder, right? It's okay. So this man's name is Tony. So he killed Julia, but why? I suppose we have nothing left to do but go to look for her body. There are nothing but rats in here, though. Minding their own business, very nice of them. Oh, think we found her. But what's this? She's actually alive. Meaning that guy lied to us. Oh dear. Well, we, murdered a man for nothing, then. That was an accident. I'm gonna go get help. Okay, fine. You say that, but don't worry, I can help. This is totally fixable. No need for mercy killings now, or we'll just find some help and everything will be fine. Everything will be good. We can just leave and oh dear. There's the body we put here ourselves. Alright, but oh, hello, another person, nearly identical to the first. How's it going? This is a little bit awkward. Well, I feel like we should give him the honest answer. A little panicky, but, well, the guy at the entrance gave us this knife. You have a knife as well. I feel like we both have a knife for the same reasons, buddy. I've done absolutely nothing but refuse to help a dying woman with nothing else to live for. Yes, this seems like a perfectly reasonable response that does not make me sound like I'm going to stab him in the back. And the plot twist is the conversations are user-generated. So yes, at the end, when you answer those questions, you're actually leaving the answers for the next person who comes through. So I'll just give my username here. This is a fairly standard playthrough. After that, you can enter your email address, and then once somebody plays through and finds your answers, you'll get an email, and that'll tell you how you either met your end or survived. Of course, I stabbed that person to death. You know, even if he didn't punctuate, he seemed like he was honest enough and murderous, so I decided to kill him. So, I actually got a response pretty quickly afterwards, so I guess people are playing this. Oddly enough, they spared me. Thanks, Nene, but I really hope you really considered that last point, where I sounded vaguely like I was going to kill you. Anyway, we are going to run through this a few more times just to see the slightly different possibilities. So we're going to speedrun this time. No time to talk to this dude. We're just going to pick up this lantern and confuse him greatly. Alright, what next? This happens automatically, you just walk over to him. You can't avoid picking up the knife. Alright, so let's look at the book again, because it is going to be a little bit different. You probably figured out the gimmick here, but that list of farmers is the list of other players. As for the markings, I'm not quite sure about them. Is that the number of farmers dead? Who knows? Maybe there were far fewer markings. Oh, well, your name's kind of obvious. That dude is banking on people to kill him. But anyway, yeah, maybe there were fewer markings when this game began. Maybe there weren't. I don't know. Wasn't there when this just started up. We are going to skip that room to the left, though. That's just a little bit of flavor, and probably where Julia's son died. It also seems to be where the nugget was hidden as well. This isn't actually a bad conversation either. Not bad, dude, not bad. You know what? I'm going to let you pass, because we know what is up, and well, now we know that you're being honest and that Julia does kind of want to die. So we're going to let him go, and this time we are completely bloodless. Well, I don't know. Your story is tragic and all. Your husband still sounds like a dick. But I still feel like we can save you. Well, I can only assume that I went to go get help, but let's go get some backup, and that's just completely rude. So yes, if you don't murder the farmer, she won't comment about how you've killed before, and if you refuse to kill her, she'll just puke blood at you out of spite. Very rude, very rude. So now we're going to have to explain this, which, to be honest, does actually sound kind of bad when you think about it. It's a little awkward to explain. I didn't kill the woman back there. I just didn't kill her, and she puked at me, and it's blood puke. That being said, though, no matter how innocent the response, I do try to at least be vaguely ominous. I feel like this game is going for a sort of creepy-ish tone? Ominous is a better word for it, but I used that before. So I kind of like to fit that. So that's where our second character's story ends. Now, who was this man? His response was fairly standard, and he was fairly innocuous, so this is Everett Damon. So, how did Everett Damon fare? Well, we'll have to go see. Personally, I think he did pretty well. You know, he's an honest fella, and he didn't kill Julia. The next person can go to the back and see that that's true, so I feel he should be let through. Will that happen? Indeed. Thank you, Anton. Of everyone, I feel like Everett deserved to live the most. So let's do one last run, another speed run, because, of course, we do have to show off the most important feature, and that, of course, is, well, stabbing people to death. I know I already did that because I found Tony kinda suspect before we were on the up and up. But, of course, being a game that takes its content from people on the internet, and since there's no money that gatekeeps this, sometimes responses are, well, awful. I didn't get any horrible responses, thankfully. I only played this 3 times, and, you know, I elected not to do it any more times. Didn't get anything too bad. Probably could have. So, yeah, we'll go over to the book and see. I guess this is a list of people we could have encountered here. Take another look at this wall O, not Roman numerals, dashes, That's all I can think of. Completely forgotten what these are called. Tally marks, that's it. Alright, so who do we... no, I don't want to look at that. I want to look at this. Alright, this is already bad. Okay, yeah. How eerie. The internet is leaking in. You can see it melt through the cracks of the walls. It's everywhere, and it's completely unfunny. And yet it feels it is, which is the worst part. It's trying so hard and getting absolutely nowhere. Quite the opposite, really. But who do we encounter? Well, as per usual, he'll be in the same place. I don't know. I don't know if it'd be the best idea to talk to you, buddy, but we're not making any progress unless we do. Alright, what's your deal? Okay. Well, it's not funny, but you could have been racist. Okay, you are really sticking to that joke, aren't you? Right, okay, well, I'm killing you now. I don't feel any remorse for that one. Sorry, Jordan. Look, Jordan, it's okay, I understand. We're all 13 at some point. It's a trying time, I'm well aware. But I had to kill you. Either way, though, what's not funny is Julia's situation. I don't even know why she's bleeding here. Did she stab herself, and does she not have the energy to finish herself off, or is there something else in here? Well, we can't find anything else if it is here. Some guy came in and was talking about the Joker or something, like he had a gimmick and it wasn't funny? Like at all? Alright, this time around, we are actually going to comply and kill Julia. Alright, so now we've got a lot of blood on us from two different people, so this is going to be really hard to explain. That being said, we'll just step over Jordan's body, and one more time, we will speak to the farmer that comes in. So, for this character, I just decided to be stupidly ominous about it. To lay dead in the cavern. Also, I just thought of a better response for that. I should have just said companionship. Because first off, that line was an outright lie, and second off, short and sweet is better for that. And so ends the final tale we'll be seeing in Moirai. But first, there's one more plot twist. I was Ominous Shadyman all along! Yeah, that's right, it was me. This is actually my first run. The run where I used my own name was the second run. The reason being is, I actually wanted to start out with, a decent response. And that first response that I actually got was just, no. It was bad. Completely broke the atmosphere. Wasn't funny. I mean, if you could be funny with it, go for it, but chances are most people probably aren't, so if they're not gonna roleplay, well, gonna die. Knife falls, you specifically die. That being said, though, I'm very much disappointed that Ominous wasn't killed. I mean, come on, he was basically begging for it. He was actually extremely suspicious. Jaure, I don't know how to pronounce your name, but come on. You're really gonna let him walk after that? Honestly. It's like you're not even trying. Oh well, so yeah, that's Moirai. Apparently, no one was actually killed. All three characters that went in came out. Two of which spared Julia, even though it would have been nice to kill her. That's honestly the preferable thing if the poor woman is bleeding to death and probably is not going to get help in time and is going to die painfully. Honestly, Ominous, despite being an incredible creep, probably had the right idea. Probably for the wrong intentions, but, at least he technically did the right thing. And honestly, me, I didn't do the right thing at all. I stabbed a man to death, refused to help her, and I was, fairly creepy. I am honestly disappointed that I was not killed for that last comment. I mean, come on. Again, I really wanted all of my responses to be at least vaguely ominous, because it fits. That being said, Everett Damon, he's the only pure soul here. Even if he does make mistakes, he's a good person at heart. So, yeah, that's Moirai. It's a neat little game, and, well, if you're watching this and you didn't play it yourself, well, congrats. I told you it would be a spoiler, and I guess you might have gone ahead and spoiled it for yourself. You fool! Actually, to be fair, I kind of did that myself. I didn't think it would be a thing I was interested in, but it was actually pretty neat, so I wanted to show that off. So, yeah, that's why I said in the beginning, it's spoilers. And I hope you played it yourself, unless you don't have a Steam account and don't want to make one, which is understandable, so in that case, well, nothing you can do about that. So, that was Moirai. I've been Fefner Masamune. I hope you enjoyed that, and I'll see you next time for whatever I do next. It won't be as spooky, though. It wasn't that spooky. Decent atmosphere build, though, I gotta say, especially in the caves. Cave theme is actually really creepy.